Why such treatment? I yelled and the woman burst out laughing.
It's just that you seemed too unfitting for this place. And to insult such an attractive man, it was just too pitiful to watch that I accidentally spilled my wine. My apologies.
What? You? I was so angry I couldn't speak.
Well, I'll be leaving then.
As I trembled with rage, the woman was about to leave. I can't just let you walk away like that. I grabbed her arm tightly and pulled out my phone. This is definitely assault. I'm calling the police, so don't you dare leave.
Huh?
Since I don't know who she is, I have no choice but to call the police. I was about to press call when a voice stopped me.
Wait. Kate, hold on. First, let's hear what she has to say.
What for? Why are you defending her? Suddenly, my husband rushed between me and the woman. Standing in front of her, protectively, he said,
I thought we could talk tonight. She's an acquaintance of mine. Her name is Alyssa.
What? I was stunned by my husband's sudden words. An acquaintance? Yours?
Yes. Actually, I had her sit next to us from the beginning, but I couldn't bring myself to start the conversation. I thought maybe the wine would help.
But I got impatient, so I decided to take action.
By spilling wine on me? Despite my protests, this woman named Alyssa unapologetically continued.
Because you insulted my loved one, calling him uncharming.
She dropped a bombshell. Loved one? What do you mean? I turned to my husband, who looked troubled.
Let's calm down and talk.
How can I talk covered in wine like this?
Please, let's handle this together.
Handle this? How? The wine had spread to the restaurant's floor. A big stain on an expensive carpet. Isn't this something that needs to be compensated for? As I was thinking this, the restaurant staff came rushing over.
What is happening here? We shouldn't have disturbances. Oh no, the floor.
As expected, upon seeing the floor dyed red, the staff exclaimed. I glared fiercely at Alyssa, who looked away unrepentantly. Explain yourself. As I confronted him, my husband finally began to speak softly.
I've been seeing her. I've been dating Alyssa.
Excuse me? I was dumbfounded by the sudden confession. So you're saying you've been cheating on me? To my question, my husband nodded.
I was just taking a coffee break at the park when she approached me.
Wow, so she's the one who picked him up?
And that's how we started dating.
Such a fast turn of events.
And here I wanted to discuss our divorce over steak and wine.
Trying to sweeten me up? How starved for meat do you think I am? I don't get the logic of appeasing me with steak.
Sorry, but I can't continue our relationship anymore. Alyssa praises me and tells me I'm wonderful. She's a kind and charming woman, too.
Those words painfully struck my heart. It was only me then. Thinking we could manage our marriage with just the right distance between each other. It was just me who thought that that was comfortable. But she's someone who'd pour wine on me?
That's because she loves me.
I was appalled. Love is indeed blind. How can someone who pours wine on people and inconveniences the store without caring be charming? At that moment, something in me cooled down. Love can disappear in an instant. Apparently, the staff were too stunned to speak. I feel so sorry. We need to compensate quickly and leave. Well, the responsibility is on my husband and that woman, though. I was about to tell him to handle it when he spoke first.
But you know, you're also to blame because you neglected me. You're responsible, so no alimony for you.
What? I shouted in disbelief. What kind of person was he? Not feeling a bit sorry for me? How could he say such terrible things? I was speechless. You're unbelievable. Just then I heard sirens.
What?
My husband and Alyssa were shocked.
Oh yes, I called 911.
The bewildered staff said, who had been watching the events unfold. They must have thought it was serious. Certainly, it was a serious situation. The floor and I and everything was stained red. You explain to the police and compensate for the damages to the store.
Me? I have to?
It was your girlfriend who did it.
Okay.
Perhaps sobered by my stern demeanor, he begrudgingly faced the approaching officer. However,
Well then, I'll be going.
suddenly Alyssa tried to make a quick exit. Where does she think she's going? She's the one who definitely can't leave.
No, please don't go, Alyssa.
My husband tried to stop the fleeing woman.
No way, it has nothing to do with me.
You're the most important one here, I thought to myself as I stood close to prevent her escape. If I grabbed her now, she might accuse me of something. And just as the police began to hear our story, my husband looked at Alyssa, the police saw her, and their faces showed confusion. Trying to avoid their gaze, Alyssa turned away. The police circled around to see her face. This back and forth continued until the police finally exclaimed and pulled out some documents.
You're a wanted marriage scammer, aren't you?
What? I said.
What?
My husband followed in shock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alyssa pretended to be clueless.
Yes, it's definitely you. Different makeup and hairstyle, but it's definitely you in this wanted poster.
It's not me.
Alyssa tried to flee, but the police blocked her escape, and after a brief struggle, they apprehended her. My husband and I were just dumbfounded by the sudden turn of events. What followed was a real mess. Turns out Alyssa was indeed a wanted marriage scammer, and my husband was her target, as she was led away by the police, and my husband was bewildered.
That can't be.
Before getting into the police car, I asked Alyssa why she made such a spectacle with the wine. She told me it was because she wanted a quick divorce. I guess she was just a rookie scammer then. As the car left, the chaotic restaurant returned to calm. I glanced at my dumbfounded husband, sitting on the floor before facing the troubled waiter. I'm really sorry. He'll handle the rest. I have no reason to stay now. I just want to go home and take a shower. I apologized to the restaurant staff and then left the building. After that, I divorced my husband.
I was deceived. You're the only one for me, Kate.
He was shouting things like that, but I was surprised that was coming from him. Even if he was deceived, the fact remains he was unfaithful. How could I possibly consider starting over with someone who even spoke of divorce? It seems my husband has spent quite a bit on Alyssa, as his savings were significantly depleted. Then came the compensation to the restaurant and the alimony to me. In no time at all, he was broke. Even though it was a scam, the fact that he cheated and tried to leave his wife spread around his company, and he resigned because of the uncomfortable atmosphere. Rumors are scary, aren't they? I wonder who started it. Well, I did tell his boss everything because I thought about seizing his wages if he couldn't pay the alimony. Could it be that his boss spread the rumor? My, how is personal information being managed these days? Not that it matters to me. After that, I don't know what happened to him. I heard he went crying back to his parents' house and was turned away though. But his whereabouts after that remain unknown. Well, as long as he stays out of my life, I don't care what happens to him. Now, I'm single again for the first time in a while. I'm feeling better than ever, both mentally and physically. It seems living with my husband was wearing down my spirit more than I realized. Thanks to being stress-free and able to focus on my work, my achievements have been recognized, and there's talk of a promotion. There's no need to rush into finding someone new to remarry, so I want to live my life happily and in my own way. I plan to invite some close friends and enjoy some fine meat in the near future. Of course, while enjoying some red wine too.